Some people react like this to a dog bite.
All right, my hands up. Come on out. My head.
Some people react like this to a dog bite.
Hold it. Watch out, Farrah. Hold it. Get him. Get him. Get him. Get him.
Who biting?
Quit biting. Quit biting. Let go. Quit biting. Let go of my dog. Stop biting.
Canine handlers can afford to gamble with pain compliance. You, as a protection dog handler, cannot, and here's why. When faced with danger, everyone has a fight, flight, or freeze response. So if you train protection dogs to only handle someone who is going to have a flight or freeze response, when they run into someone with a fight response, they're not going to be ready for what adrenaline and cortisol can do to the human body in response to them biting a person. There's a lot of things that are normalized in modern protection training that are actually very counterproductive for the dog and the handler. In the second clip, if that man were to pick your dog up over his shoulder, what do you think is going to happen next? If that man was to place your dog up against a wall, what do you think would happen next? Remember, in these scenarios that you see online where people are doing these things, there's always a way out for the dog, and they make sure that they go above and beyond to not injure the dog. We used to do these things as well, picking dogs up, rolling on top of dogs. We used to have these things happen for our dogs. And then I realized reality. If someone strong enough has a strong enough fight response to pain, I don't want them picking my dog up in the air. I don't want them rolling on top of my dog. I don't want them slamming my dog up against a wall. I want my dog to be as dynamic as possible. These are static dogs, and their job calls for that. This is a dynamic dog, and her job calls for this. Yes, there are multiple ways to train protection, but there's also right ways and wrong ways. This handler doesn't have all the responding officers at her disposal if someone wants to be combative with her. This handler is not going to be shouting out instructions to someone in hope of pain compliance. This handler doesn't have the firing sirens and the flashing lights to disorient someone. There's a lot of things that this handler doesn't have, but they have a dog, they have situational awareness, and specialized handler tactics that a civilian can use. The point, don't base your training off of a career that you're not in. It's happening all over the industry. You need to be able to spot it and avoid it.